Thursday night. I just got out of my screening of Twisters, so I wanted to hop on and give my quick take as the movie prepares to open wide everywhere tomorrow. You know, every once in a while, there is a movie that just works for you. For me, one is Twister. I remember seeing the film in theaters when I was in high school, and I've seen it dozens of times in the nearly 30 years since. I love the story and the execution. It's one of my favorite films of all time. So when I heard there was going to be a sequel, or at least another film sharing the name and the cinematic space, I was nervous. The original was never a film I thought I needed a sequel to, and I was skeptical it could live up to my affection for the original. And yet, this new film from director Lee Isaac Chung manages to charm and thrill just as you'd hope from this time of film. In the new film, we begin with Kate Daisy Edgar Jones, a young meteorology student who has a theory that she can stop a tornado in its tracks. She's on the cusp of testing it out with her friends, Anthony Ramos, Daryl McCormick, Kiernan Shipka, and Nick Dodani. They head into the storm to test her theory, and it does not go as planned. Flash forward 5 years later, Kate is now applying her skills in a weather service office in New York. Her old pal Javi Ramos shows up with a plan to better map tornadoes and save lives. He cajoles her to go back to Oklahoma. As they prepare to head in the field for the data, they come across scores of storm chasers and storm enthusiasts. Chief among them is Tyler Owens, played by Glenn Powell, a YouTube star who has made a reputation with his brash chases. Kate is put off by Tyler at first, but it turns out they have more in common than she first realized. Who would have thought? While Javi has been less than forthcoming about his new venture, can Kate overcome her past and finally realize her dream? Well, you know how it goes. If you've watched movies like this, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. And the journey here is thrilling and at times fun. And it's always interesting. That's a credit to Chung and writer Mark L. Smith, who delivers a script that captures on the idea, in ways pays tribute to the original, but makes clear that this is a film that wants to do its own thing. In the years since Twister, we've seen plenty of films about big storms. They usually rise and fall based on the story, the characters, and the production. This film succeeds because it puts those things first. The technology has come a long way since 1996, so as expected, the storms and the spectacle here are bigger, but this film doesn't just rely on special effects. It focuses on characters and the emotional resonance of the story. Ramos, Jones, and Powell are great as the leads. Each has their moments, and their back and forth throughout the film is fascinating. In fact, based on where this goes and how it wraps up, I wouldn't even mind a return to this world, which is something I certainly didn't expect heading in. The film knows what it is. It doesn't try to do too much. If you enjoyed the original or you like disaster films in general, you'll have fun here. You'll also be pleasantly surprised by the way the film comes together. This is the kind of ride that we want during the summer, and this is well worth checking out on the big screen. I am giving it 4 stars out of 5. It is in theaters nationwide as of Friday, so go check out Twisters and see if you get blown away by what they've done there. Until next time, you guys have a wonderful weekend.